Welcome to another episode of Adventure Outside the Lines. I don't know about you guys, but it is so cold here. Like blustery, windy, fall's here and probably almost over. So I'm drinking some tea because I'm freezing. Kind of missing that really hot Texas weather actually.
November 3rd, 2018, Northern Colorado, frigid. Have no idea what it's like where you are, but where we are, it's cold. But I gotta roast Amanda for just a little bit here because, you know, the day after Baby Shark Halloween costumes, we put that out. Yeah, I get up in the morning and what is playing? Christmas music. It is November 1st and Amanda's busting out the Christmas music.
Well, hold on. I'm interrupting here because there was just an episode or a newsletter that was put out that I'm seeing all over Facebook. People who celebrate Christmas early are actually happier people. And I agree.
I think happier or just insane. I don't know. I'm not sure which. Wait till Thanksgiving is over or what. Yeah, okay, well.
No, we're not waiting till Thanksgiving.
Either way, we're excited about today's episode.
Today we are sharing our Houston Space Center trip. Woo! It's gonna be so fun.
I can't believe it's already episode 8. I don't know if you've been there with us from the beginning or not, but man, we have come a long way. We have done some amazing adventures, and we have learned an awful lot about vlogging, about video, about YouTube.
Today we are stepping outside of our comfort zone, which I kind of have to say it's the perfect episode to do this because I mean, you're stepping outside of the comfort zone of Earth when you go into space. But today, Nolan has done something special to share with all of you.
Yes, stepping outside my comfort zone, being vulnerable with you guys and trying something new with my video editing. You know, I've never done video editing before, maybe, how long has it been? A month ago? 2 months ago? We've not been doing this for very long. Our first episode came out, it took me like 3 weeks to figure out how to edit that, to learn the software, staying up till 2 a.m. learning Adobe Premiere. We'll probably put out another episode sharing with you the gear we use. Quick tip, this entire episode, including this video right here, is just shot on an iPhone 7. And we also had a couple of GoPro shots. But beyond that, no special, highly expensive gear. And so after this sequence that you're about to see, it kind of follows our normal style. I've put together a cinematic sequence, a little bit different style. She thinks it's amazing. She encouraged me to go ahead and put it out there. I'm playing around. Let us know what you think. Stick around to the end because we're gonna play our regular episode. And then after that, we'll be back here letting you know it's about to roll and to get out your popcorn and check it out. It's more movie style. That's what cinematic means. Let me know how it looks from a movie style standpoint. Adventure outside the lines. Figure out what your lines are. If that's space travel for you, more power to you. Enjoy.
Ready to launch.
In 3, 2, 1. been a childhood dream for Amanda.
My dad works for a branch of NASA, and so growing up around you know, NASA and the space stuff. I just always have wanted to come here and check it out, and we get to do that today with our kids.
Super awesome. It takes a lot to be an astronaut. I certainly could not do it. The idea of being untethered from the planet is not on my bucket list at all. That movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, yeah, worst nightmare kind of situation. You know, the closest thing to flight in space I've probably ever done was scuba diving, which is awesome, but it still took a lot for me to breathe through a tube underwater. And I know that they do that during astronaut training, actually. I think they do that underwater, and they do that sort of thing. But funny story about that, when we were in Aruba for our honeymoon 8 years ago, we took a Discover Scuba class. We did it twice, actually. We loved it so much. The first time out, I had a regular sized tank and burned through my air pretty quick.
You had to leave the whole group and go up a lot quicker than the rest of us.
Yeah, I kind of cut the trip short for everyone, I think. So the next time we went out, it was just the two of us and the same instructor that we had the day before. I don't know if it was just a low day or what, but he said, "Oh, I remember you. You guys, you can do this other trip that's a little more advanced, but it'll be you'll do fine. You'll do fine." And so then he comes out and he sets me up with this basically giant helium tank that's like the size of my body.
I mean, it was filled with oxygen, not helium.
Right,
obviously,
but it was just
it was
huge.
The same
you know,
size as the giant helium tank.
Yeah, the ones you get at the grocery store to fill up your balloons with. But yeah, so I had plenty of air that trip, but getting into the water was quite the challenge. I heard there's an astronaut here today, actually.
Yeah, so Astronaut Fridays, I guess, is a thing. I don't know if they do it all the time, but right now it's being advertised on their website that you get to sit down and an astronaut will just kind of talk to you about some of the stuff that they do. And I think we're also going to go check out a really cool moon rock.
So I think astronaut lunch is something you pay extra for the astronaut to sit down with you, but he does speak to the crowd for free, so we'll see if we can get some of that today. But
yeah,
what else are we going to see?
I really want to do the Independence Plaza. You actually get to walk around inside. The tram tour takes you to like the Saturn V rockets, which there's only 3 in existence, and one of them's here.
Wow.
And then also, we're gonna go take a look at like some of the suits and everything.
Checking out all the gear it takes to get up in space.
Try to keep this kid friendly because there is a lot of information I think is for older kids.
Yeah, so we're gonna check it out, and here we go. All right, so it is lunchtime, and we are in the cafeteria Zero G Diner. It's basically a mall food court. Pretty expensive food. I guess you do have the option of bringing your own food, and you can eat outside on the patio back there. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. The food here is, it's it's mall worthy, but it's about $43 for 3 combo meals for us to eat here. So in hindsight, we probably should have packed in a lunch, ate it outside. That probably would have been a better way to go. But hey, it was easier not to have to bring the food. It just cost us a little money. So far, we've wandered around, seen exhibits. August had to be fed real quick, so we haven't been able to accomplish much. We got to see quite a few exhibits in the middle there. Hoping to catch the tram tour here in a bit after we finish eating.
That one's 90 minutes long, and it does take you back through like the command center and stuff that you don't just get to see in the main area. Not stroller friendly, you do have to park your stroller.
Hudson, did you want to say anything?
A big spaceship.
Yeah?
And a little one with a with a pokey on top of it, and this is a big one with a pokey on top of it.
The SOS?
No,
It's called the SOS.
no, the other, the pokies on the top of the.
Tram tour may not happen today. Apparently it is a 75-minute wait in a line like that. And it's only a 90-minute trip, but with 2 kids waiting that long and puppy back at the RV that we got to get back to, not too excited about that. So
Yeah. So apparently I just talked to one of the representatives and they said that they haven't updated their website. So the website actually says that you can pick a time slot and then you can basically tell them how many's in your party and then that kind of guarantees a spot and you don't have to wait. They don't do that anymore. They haven't done it for months. So sad day. If you want to get on the tram, you basically have to stand in line. That's your option.
All 3 of the capsules, the Mercury, the Gemini, and the Apollo, are real. They're the real things. There are some things that are replicas. And this is just like the one that was in space. They were both built at the same time. This one was used for training, the other one was used in space.
Okay.
The Mercury capsule is unique in one thing. The astronaut that flew it, he was the 7th one to fly because he was so much like Chuck Yeager that we didn't trust him. So Chuck Yeager, we didn't want any part of it.
Loose cannon.
Chuck Yeager thinks he's smarter than a lot smarter than he really is. So we wouldn't let him be an astronaut. And we didn't let Gordo fly until the 7th flight. And we found out during that flight that we had misjudged him. He was definitely better than the other 6. So then we flew him, the next time we flew him was on the first docking mission on Gemini. But Gordo was a rare individual in that his resting heart rate was 35, which is not uncommon for a marathoner. Mine used to be that way too. And when he launched off the pad, he's the only person to fly in space in history to have a below 60 heart rate on liftoff.
Oh, that's awesome.
that's pretty calm under
Most
pressure.
people don't have a below 60 heart rate. let
He
alone
said
that.
he even fell asleep on the launch pad.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Who falls asleep on the launch pad?
No kidding.
Not me.
Just entering, this is the mid-deck. It's the living quarters for the space shuttle astronauts. Anything from the doorway you just entered was pressurized. Anything on the other side required the spacesuit that's in the airlock. You would have had 4 to 7 astronauts living in this area.
Oh my gosh. And then you just eat us.
Yes.
You guys sleep.
That's smaller than an
They slept
RV.
in sleep restraint units up against the wall or on the ceiling, on the floor, wherever they could attach them to Velcro.
God.
The longest shuttle mission was like 18 days.
Look at Hudson.
Oh, there's
Their
the
bathroom.
I already seen this.
That's the Space Cooper.
Space Cooper?
We are in in the Boeing 747 that carries the space shuttle. And this one is the legitimate real deal. The Independence shuttle up above is a replica, but this is the real deal. And Hudson is super excited to go around.
He wants to fly the plane.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
And fly a plane!
I don't think this one moves anymore, buddy.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does?
And the wings still move. Go hand in hand and land for miles.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and check out the rest of it here. We really enjoyed being at Houston Space Center. You know, it was kind of for us big kids. It's something neither Amanda and I got to do as a kid. So it was awesome to get to go up there and see that.
If you're on your way through Texas, stop in. It's totally worth it. I loved it.
So up next, as we promised at the beginning of the video, is a cinematic sequence. Check it out. It's about to roll here in just a second. Like and subscribe, follow us along for more adventures, and keep on heading outside those lines. Check it out.